Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the 12th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Looking for space, it's Frazier. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Under fire. They get to him as he throws.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Back to pass, it's Stockton. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were...
And he's sacked. A big play on 4th down to stop this drive.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out, you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on 4th down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal.
The thing I like about the slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Trying to get it in. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense...
It's a fake. The kicker wants to throw it. Strong, firm tackle. They already have the lead, and they're trying to build it here in the 1st quarter with an onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Man, these coaches talked about being aggressive, and they were. 1st quarter, you're going with the onside already. I would say it's a little bit careless, a little bit reckless. Onside kicks are not high percentage, but they went for it, they failed, and now let's see how they respond.
To the air, it's Stockton. The throw. Makes the grab, it's Frazier. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the 1st down.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to fire. He's got the tight end. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. This defense didn't hang its head. They stood tall after the big play. 3rd and goal coming. From the gun, wants to pass. Back's looking for the goal line. They rode their running back, but he could not make it. It'll be 4th down.
Well, it was a great effort thrown to the running back that time. He was almost able to get in on 3rd down. The defense makes the stop. Now it's decision time. 4th, you're very close to the goal line. You've got this running back in the backfield. What do?
They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. The Crimson Tide been deep in their own end, trying to find a little breathing room. Bringing the heat. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
30 short. They've got them back up inside the 20, and the D can get the ball back here. Looking to throw, it's Simpson. Bought a little time, lets it go. Finds his man, it's Williams. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down.
Love the coverage and not giving up an inch defensively. Their 3rd down, smothering the receiver. As soon as he caught the ball, down he went. They've got this offense pinned.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out.
There are analytics out there in college football that say maybe you can go for that at that point of the field here in the 1st half. It's still early. If you don't get it, you can come back later in the game, make it up, score some more points, and that mistake will be erased. The problem is right now at this juncture of the game, that was a big-time error. The fact that you didn't get that you're now gifting your opponent points.
And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Extra point here will give them the lead.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Pulls it in. It's Horton. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Williams. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Alabama pushing the tempo. Looking for a man. It's Simpson. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
And for a defense, it's not always about sacks, but sometimes it's about getting that quarterback off his spot where he feels very comfortable, and they get him flushed outside of the pocket, and good perimeter defense. He rolls to the right. Everybody's still covering their guys, moving across the field with the QB, nowhere to go with the football.
That's a really nice job plucking that pass. I don't know if another school has done as good a job as Alabama in recent years as bringing in top-level talent at the wide receiver position.
Lets it fly! Dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Now the play fake. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. If this offense had a little extra time to think about it, let's see what they have on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense has just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
Rushes on him. Finds the tight end. Still running at the 40. He goes out of bounds, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see what this one's about. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. So they'll get a fresh set of downs thanks to that roughing the passer penalty. It's 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got him there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
He might want another play. Looking to throw at Stockton. Throws for the tight end. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia! Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
And the PAT makes it 14-6. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Wide receiver comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. There he goes. He'll go out of bounds at the 22, methodically moving it away from their own end zone. The Crimson Tide could get very aggressive here on 2nd and inches. Power football with the run. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You just need more from your offensive line. 2nd and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up 3rd down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. Looking to pass. It's Simpson. Throws to the tight end. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Catch in the middle. It's Bernard. And defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. A designed run for the quarterback. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Now improvising. Creates a little room. He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Well, the offense has made it known on this drive. They're trying to throw the football, and they're going to let this quarterback go to work. The defense does a great job winning up front. They get the sack to try to slow this momentum down.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. Catch in the middle, it's Horton. That'll be enough for a 1st down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
They'll run play action. Caught in the backfield, it's Miller. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Let's see what they do on third down. Hauls it in. And they gave him no chance to get loose, and they force a fourth down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. Trying to keep the drive alive. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown time!
And you're going to need more of this in the second half. That's the way you punctuate a drive at the end of the first half to cut this to a one-possession game. You need more of that physicality in the second half.
After the touchdown, if they could get this too, we'll have a tie ball game. To throw, it's Simpson. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Yeah, and the defense comes up with the stop, and you just wonder, the analytics world and all that stuff, that whatever the card says to do, you're supposed to do. I wonder if they were listening to that card.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. Looking to throw on first down. He'll take a deep shot here. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
And it's funny, right before that play, I'm thinking to myself, I wonder if this offense is just going to play conservative here with the field position, the fact they haven't scored a ton of points so far in this game, and just run the ball and take it into halftime. No, they're being aggressive, and not just that. They're taking deep shots way down the field.
Gonna take a shot. He can haul it in. Incomplete. They took a shot, but that's how we'll wrap up the half. Ready to get things going here in the second half as Georgia about to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football, Palmer, out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical.
Oh, he's got some space. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. Alabama may always be built on the run, but these days they elevate with a high-flying pass game.
And great coaches evolve, and we've seen the evolution of this Alabama.
Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
It's really hard when that quarterback gets outside the pocket because it cuts off half of the field. Once he starts to roll out, everybody starts to sprint to the other side of the field. You know you're not going to throw it across your body going to the right. Great job by the defense closing it off and making the interception.
They go to the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
He's out of bounds after a big pickup, but there's a flag on the field, and this might be coming back. Now on second down. Back to throw, it's Stockton. Takes the easy one to the back. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving forward just a few.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Going deep. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They're ready for the pass. You saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. The Tide with the 1st and 10. Pressure coming. They've got the screen set up. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass. The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. He gets it so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
Not able to pick up that 1st down, David, but if I'm them, I'm going again right here on 4th.
Man, I think you knew that on 3rd and 2, short yard situation. You got it close to 4th and inches. Now we're going to get this 1st down.
I think that's a big advantage of having a tiny quarterback, right? Is he can find little creases to wedge his body into to pick up short yardage plays like that on the QB sneak on 4th down.
Back to throw, it's Simpson. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play, they'll go back to the air. This time on target. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat. Alabama comes to the line with a 1st and goal. It's complete on the right side. Touchdown, Bama! And with that, they've got the lead here in the 2nd half.
Nice pitch and catch. This receiver and quarterback have done this thousands of times. Finds the open man, throws a strike. The receiver does the rest, gets into the end zone.
And now they'll try to get the 2-point conversion, guys. Wants to go up top. He's got it for the 2-point conversion. They just finished off a 53-yard scoring drive. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. They'll start this drive at their own 48. They'll start this drive going to the air. That's caught. It's Frazier. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Wants to throw. It's Stockton. Looking to the big tight end. Working on the right. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll leave it with him. And after a very short pickup on that run, we have come to the end of the third quarter. And talk about spreading the ball around, everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. So the final period starts with a second down play. Quarterback making checks. Second down, they'll go to the air. Throws for the tight end. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
On third down, he drops to throw. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. And here we go, down the score. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Got it behind the line. It's Miller. They're dealing with a second and long. Back to throw. It's Simpson. Makes the catch. It's Bernard. Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain. The offense setting up shop at the 46, first and 10. Off play action. Steps away. Finds his man. It's Bernard. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
This is so interesting right now, watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
Alabama comes to the line on third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
On fourth down, trying to find his man. Bought a little time, lets it go. It is going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs.
Man, those fourth down stops are so huge for momentum to turn the ball back to your offense. Great pass defense, seeing the ball, breaking on it, swatting it down so the receiver couldn't make a play. Nice job by this defense.
Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. The Bulldogs in a good spot here with second and short. Out of the gun, the inside give. Breaks into the open. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Dogs! There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
And they did have to knock through the extra point to move on top, and they have the lead in the fourth. Coming out with it, it's Williams. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Simpson. Fires to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
And this is a tough spot now to be in for this offense because it's 3rd and long. The defense knows you have to pass the football, so they're going to be playing conservative. So what's your play you can dial up? Maybe get half of this back. Like, I know the clock is ticking, but I got to make sure that I maybe cut this down and make it a more manageable 4th down if I don't complete this 3rd and long.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Bulldogs! The defense putting points on the board.
And that's going to make the defensive coordinator happy because he's just hoping his defense can get off the field there on 4th down. Just get a stop, get a tackle, bat the ball away. We're going to pick it off, and we're going to take it to the house. Great play.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. First play of the drive wants to throw. Complete to the left. He's running free down the middle.
And, man, that's a big-time play for this offense. This quarterback, he's put the ball in harm's way. He's already had a couple of interceptions. This ball was kind of a 50-50 ball. Nice to see the receiver make a play and get some yards after the catch. Make a big play for this offense.
Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle. But they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
Dropping back, it's Simpson. Quarterback extends the play. Grab near the sticks, it's Miller. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
What a great job by the quarterback working through his progressions here. In a 2-minute situation, he doesn't force it down the field if it's not open. Check it down to your back, let him go to work, and he comes up with a huge play.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Alabama!
And massive play by this offense. This is exactly what you needed. You got the score. Now you got to get the 2-point conversion. Time's not on your side. There is no wait till a later point. It's go time. What's your 2-point play in this spot to tie the game up late?
And that touchdown was huge, but you can't celebrate too long. To finish the deal, you got to have the 2-point conversion to tie the game. He will get there for the 2-point conversion, and we have a tie game in the waning seconds. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. Lets it go. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
He's going for a big play downfield. He's got it down the left side. The offense uses a timeout. 15 seconds left to play.
Well, both of these offenses started hot, and they've been able to stay hot in this one. They are doing whatever they want to do right now, throwing or running the football. Defenses, they just don't have any answers so far in this game.
They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. Throws to the tight end. Just a Baryshnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down. And the Bulldogs come to the line with a new set of downs. Use the play fake, now to throw. Trying to get behind the defense. And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game. The pressure was rising. Drama just encapsulating this entire stadium, and the defense comes up with that pick.
Yeah, so if the quarterback, he's got to be able to handle this situation. Obviously, everything gets elevated. Everything has to happen.
Trying to burn this defensive back. And it's intercepted. Oh, what a big play in a tie game. Trying to take it back. What a tremendous effort on the final play of regulation, but we've got overtime coming. 4 quarters not enough to settle this one. We're headed to overtime.
And these teams have played so well, back and forth, evenly contested game. How about a little free football, Jesse?
Yeah, I love this, David. Free football. I'm finding out which of these two teams is the most mature, who can settle down now with the game on the line and make the big play.
We'll get it started here in overtime. Takes the handoff. It's Frazier.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. Bounce that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
The Dogs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. To the air. It's Stockton. Flushed out of the pocket. Got a man. It's Frazier. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. 3rd and long, and they love to pick it up, but they also need to stay in position for a field goal try. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia! And they score first here in overtime.
And these plays take time to develop. Nice job by the offensive line, buying some time. And how about the quarterback with a great decision? Seeing his receiver start on the left side, come all the way across the formation, get him the football. He does the rest, gets in the end zone for the touchdown.
And the extra point splits the uprights. They're up 35-28. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possessions starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and two-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational-type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Snagged in the middle. It's Cuevas. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Caught close to the marker. It's Bernard. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. They got it in the end zone. Now a decision to make with the point out.
Love the play design on offense because you get your playmaker, the guy you want with the ball in his hands. You get him open, easy throw for the quarterback. Receiver does the rest, put 6 up on the board.
And he made the extra point without problem. One extra period didn't get it done, and we start the second OT. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Firing to the right, complete. And he'll be smacked to the ground.
And I like what the quarterback did to finish the run. He buys a little bit of time, scrambles out to his left, and as a right-handed quarterback, you really understand you got to script.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, the tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
And that's a good, solid run there, Reese. If you want to win in overtime, running the football is a good idea.
Showing that you're the more physical team in overtime can really be a breaking of their will.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
A gut check on the doorstep. 3rd and goal here in overtime. They believe in their running game on 3rd and goal here. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
How about the offense? The offense goes with the run on 3rd and goal, thinking they can push it in there and be physical. The defense is having absolutely none of that. Nice job by the defense, committing to the run, being physical, and stuffing this offense.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown Tide! Got it in to take the lead here in the second OT. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
They do not get the 2, and now the lead sits at 6 in double OT.
41, Georgia, 35.
They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. On the move, it's Frazier. Fights off the defender. Picks up the first down. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
Man, you play the whole game. Now it's coming down to what? A couple of plays. It's in overtime. You're starting to move the ball closer to the opponent's end zone. Got to make a play. Got to protect the football. What's your go-to play after watching this whole game develop?
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease, he puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
And this was just a low man wins battle right on the doorstep of the goal line, and the defense comes up with the stop. Trying to barge in. Touchdown, Dogs! And they responded with a score of their own here in overtime.
Man, what a great response by this offense, going down the field, scoring the touchdown. Now, I gotta go for 2. I know the new overtime rules, they changed this years ago. Jesse, you should work on this in practice. What's your go-to 2-point play right here?
I'll tell you, after running the ball as well as they did on that last touchdown, I could see them doing it again. I think they've got confidence in the big fellas up front to get it done, find a way into the end zone, and be more physical.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Second overtime, you have to go for 2, and this is for the win. Looking for a man, it's Stockton. Throws for the tight end. They do not convert, and we are still tied, headed for triple overtime. So here we go, dueling 2-point conversions from this point forward. They'll try to run it in. They are stopped on the 2-point try, and now it'll be up to the defense. They broke serve, now a chance to win it with a 2-point conversion. They'll send the back in motion. He's looking to throw. Oh, and they pick it off. What a huge defensive play in overtime. They can't get it in. Neither team can get the 2, and we'll play another overtime. So here we go again, and we'll see just how deep that 2-point conversion bag really is. He's looking to pass. Here comes the heat. They're stopped on the 2-point try, and we are still tied.
Remains tied.
After the stop, now a 2-point try to win the game. Slams ahead. They can't convert. That short yardage, condensed area, nobody got the 2, and we play on. Why not double the try total and go for 2? To the air, it's Stockton. They can't get it done on the 2, and now they'll rely on the defense. They got the stop, now to win it with a 2. The snap sets up to throw. They can't get it in. Neither team can get the 2, and we'll play another overtime. Here comes the 2-point try. He'll set up to throw. They got it done with the 2, and now they hold the edge deep in overtime. He makes the grab for the 2 and ties the game.
The football game that would never end. This has been unbelievable. Both of these teams, somehow, they still have so much in the tank, David. Both teams trading two-point conversions right now.
And just over and over, I gotta have it moments. They're coming up huge, play after play after play. Who's gonna blink, man? Both teams making big plays, both teams continuing this game on to another overtime.
Looking to throw. Quickly complete. They got it done. A great play call to give them the lead by 2. This will be the ball game. Make it and play on, miss it and lose. Scanning the field, it's Simpson. On the run, still looking. He's got it in the end zone. 2-point conversion is good, and we've got a tie game. Now the 2-point conversion attempt is coming. From the gun, he'll try to throw. If he runs this back, this game's over. They are stopped on the 2-point try, and now it'll be up to the defense. Now this 2-point conversion attempt for the win. From the gun, looking for a man. And another answer. We're tied again, and let's keep playing, kids. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the fourth quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now that I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them.